What's good, everybody, man? Welcome to another short little episode of Talking Sports with Manny. So, the big news right now is that J.J. Watt is to be released by the Houston Texans. Now, J.J. Watt met with the owners and met with the people in the front office and just kind of discussed what's been going on in the organization. I mean, if you guys remember, J.J. Watt told Deshaun Watson, "Hey, I'm sorry that we wasted one of your prime years." When J.J. Watt said that to Deshaun Watson, I knew that this was the beginning of the end for J.J. Watt. You would figure that the team would have traded J.J. Watt during this offseason to kind of gain some kind of compensation, but obviously that was not the case. So, where does this leave the Houston Texans? With J.J. Watt now requesting a release, what does that mean for Deshaun Watson? Obviously, Deshaun Watson congratulated him for being a good guy and doing so many good things for the Houston Texans. But at the same time, it's like Deshaun Watson still wants out. He's like, okay, JJ's gone. Last year, the Texans lost DeAndre Hopkins. He's like, man, get me the heck out of here, man. I got to get out of this town. The front office is doing things the wrong way. They have no cap. They have no draft picks. But back to J.J. Watt, man. People don't really realize how great of a player J.J. Watt is. Just because he only had 5 sacks last year does not mean that he's not an elite type defensive player. So just a quick look back of J.J. Watt's career. Came into the league at 2011, and he had 5.5 sacks his rookie season. So that's like the coming out party. A lot of people, and J.J. Watt also said in this video that that the Texans fans did boo him. They did boo him when he first got to the league, but that's besides the point. His second season, he had 20.5 sacks. Third season, 10.5. Fourth season, 20.5. His fifth season, 17.5. So you look at his second year to his fifth year, those are some lofty sack numbers. The guy's phenomenal. 20.5, 2 times in his career. 17.5. Then, his next season after that, he was injured, only played 3 games, came back the next season, only played 5 games. And at this point, it's like, okay, J.J. Watt is a player that cannot stay healthy. Then the next season, he came back, he played a full 16 games, and he had 16 sacks. That's like, okay, J.J. Watt letting the world know, look, I'm still that dude. And that was in 2018. Now, the last 2 seasons have been very underwhelming. 2019, he came back, played 8 games, had 4 sacks. Last year, he played a full 16 games, and he had 5 sacks. That team was just terrible. They couldn't get any pressure. And when he did get pressure, he couldn't get a lot of pressure. So a lot can be said, whether it's J.J. Watt or whether it's that defense. But I do feel like wherever J.J. Watt goes, he's definitely going to be able to produce. He's definitely going to be able to have an impact for that team. So Matthew Berry posted something today on his Twitter. I tried to share it, but it's not letting me share it on here. He was pretty much saying that the football team, Washington football team, has been that team that's always bad. They're always in the news. They can't retain their players. But he was saying that you had 3 franchise-type players, DeAndre Hopkins, Deshaun Watson, and now J.J. Watt, all wanting out of town. So the football team is no longer the worst team in the league when it comes to the front office and keeping players. He was like, look, this is the news that you kind of expect from the football team, but now it's the Texans. So he was, laughing about that. He had fun about that. But I do think that there's going to be tons of suitors for J.J. Watt. And the good thing about being released right now is that he gets to pick his team right away. He doesn't have to wait for free agency. So his free agency starts this moment. The moment that he's released is the moment that he can start to pursue different teams. You're going to have teams like Minnesota. You're going to have teams like the Titans, which I think is a great fit. Obviously, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, his brothers out there. Just imagine T.J. Watt on one side and J.J. Watt on the other side. I mean, they're going to wreak a lot of havoc. But at the same time, I think J.J. Watt wants to get the max dollars that he can get, as well as being on a team that can compete for the Super Bowl. You can't pick a team and just say, I'm going to go to this team and I'm going to go to Super Bowl. I'm going to be in contention. Things happen from year to year. You look at the 49ers last year. They were supposed to be a contender. But obviously, injuries happen. So things happen. So I think for J.J. Watt, it's going to be a mixture of, am I getting paid my value and can I have an impact on this team? He wants to go on a team that he can actually play and have an impact. The free agency market is going to be crazy. And for my guy, Ryan Kerrigan, JJ Watt hitting the free agency mark this summer right now, that's going to hurt a Ryan Kerrigan's value. So we're going to kind of see what happens in a year because of COVID and the cap being slashed a third. We don't know if teams are going to have the maximum amount of money to pay these guys. There's going to be tons and tons of people getting cut just because of the cap casualty and saving money and all this different stuff. So you're going to have people that get cut like around now. You're going to get people that get cut after June 1st. So it's going to be interesting free agency. Tyrell Williams got cut. You know what I'm saying? So it just goes to show you that nothing is guaranteed. When you have a lot of players that have non-guaranteed money, this is the time to cut them to save cap to then pursue free agency. And there's going to be some guys that get cut that can still resign with their team. Front offices right now are getting kind of creative in reworking people's deals and doing things of that nature. But yeah, J.J. Watt no longer a member of the Houston Texans. Big news today. Thank you guys for listening. Once again, this is your guy Manny. I appreciate you guys.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.